Hello! Hello! It's time to help you write a summary for a fiction story. What is a summary? It's a short collection of the main points of a story. So basically you're taking all those main points and putting them together, leaving out all the unimportant stuff. That's it. That's all she wrote, literally. In order to write a summary, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Did you know that fiction stories usually follow a similar path? Just with different details in each story. You may have heard of a story mountain or a story arc, all the same idea, in which, in the beginning of a story, a character is introduced. Then you learn about a character's problem. Then the character has to figure out how to overcome or solve that problem. Finally, there's the end of the story, or we call the resolution, where the problem gets solved. Now, how does this have anything to do with a summary? I got you. Because stories always follow a typical path, it makes it easy for us to remember the main points of the story. One way to write a summary after finishing a story is somebody wanted but so. Let's start with somebody. Start out your summary by including the name of the character, and sometimes you can add some really important information, but make sure not to include anything that doesn't have to do with the main problem of the story. Next is wanted. This is where you describe what the character wants. This might be tricky because sometimes the author doesn't say directly what the character wants. You have to pick up on the clues. If you're having trouble thinking of this, it usually ties with the problem. For the next part, you want to describe what's getting in the character's way from getting what they want. Think about the wanted and but parts to be together. And together, they make up the problem of the story. Finally, the last step. So, what did the character or characters do to solve the problem? What is the resolution of the story? By remembering all the parts of the story arc or story mountain, whatever you want to call it, you're able to create an awesome summary. Okay, now that you know the steps, let's put them together and write a summary. Let's use the movie Encanto. Know you all love it. Don't give me any hate. Pause the video here and try it on your own with somebody wanted but so. And unpause when you're ready to see what I thought of. Let's start off with somebody. In this case, easy, it's Mirabel. On to the wanted section. What did she want? Simply, she wanted to keep her family home safe. But she can't figure out why it's breaking. So she talks with people in her family and town to figure out that her family needs to work together to save the home. We used somebody wanted but so to create a 2-sentence summary about this story. Now, if you'd like to level up, one thing that you can do is to make it a little bit more specific. This was a pretty general summary. One thing you can do is make it more specific. Okay, time to level up. Instead of Mirabel wanted to keep her family home safe, let's be a little bit more specific about that family home. It's the magic of the family home. Notice here how we added the magic of her family home. Since we added the magic part in the first sentence, let's add it to the second half of that sentence. But she can't figure out why or what is breaking that magic. And we could even make it more specific than just saying she goes and talks with people. We're gonna add in this idea of going on a journey. Also, we added the idea that not just that she needs her family to solve it, but because they are family, they're stronger together. We also added in the idea that they rebuild the magic together because in the beginning, we added that idea of magic. So we have a new summary. Okay, time to level up one more time. In this case, I'm going to add details that are really important to the story. Let's start with somebody. We could go beyond just saying Mirabel. We could say Mirabel, the only non-magical person in her family. The fact that she's the only non-magical person in her family is actually a really big deal in this story, so it's important that we include it. Let's go on to the wanted section. Not only did she want to keep her family home safe, she wanted to keep her family happy. So we can add that detail here. Next, she can't figure out what's breaking the magic, and let's be more specific to breaking the magic because their house is breaking as well, along with some of the family members losing their magic. So we can add those important details there. Finally, the so section. It says that they're going to rebuild the magic together. Let's get some important details about rebuilding that magic together. It's not only the magic, but it's the home that was broken, and they rebuild their love for each other. So there you have it. Somebody wanted but so. Here we've shown 3 different levels of a somebody wanted but so summary. The first level, the second level, and the third level.